It's hot already.
Open a window.
No. Don't bother. O'Brien, right? DA's office?
That's right.
Look, I just wanted to say that...
Keep it moving.
Look, I just wanted to tell him that...
Take it up.
I'm glad that part's over with.
Getting you here safely was our biggest concern.
Mine, too.
Now, don't worry. We've taken every precaution to protect your identity as a witness. No. Shooting on the 3rd floor. Suspect moving to the west wing. Clear the door. I want that hitman brought in. You're on this until he's found, Mike. I'll call the chief.
There's an APB out on him now. Description's pretty vague, though, for a guy who fired point blank.
How'd he get into the building? This place is supposed to be tight.
Psychology. Came in as a victim.
What?
He just walked in, told the officer at the lobby desk he'd been fleeced in a phony franchise deal and wanted to complain. They sent him up to Bunko.
How'd he get a gun in?
I guess we're gonna have to find him to find out.
Cahill was the one witness I needed to make my case against Al Lyman.
Lyman, that's prostitutions, right?
The whole West Coast operation.
Cahill worked for Lyman?
No, he was just a small-time pimp who got mad when the organization moved into his territory. The thing is, he was mad enough to talk.
Who else he talked to, Jerry?
Nobody but me.
How do you know?
Because he was hiding out in Oakland with his girlfriend, too scared to move once he decided to testify.
Who was handling this for the department?
Vice, Lieutenant Bondini, you know him?
Yeah, for about 20 years. I'll talk to him.
Mike, if you find that hitman, I can still make my case.
Well, from all we put together, Lieutenant, the person most likely to benefit from Cahill's death is Al Lyman.
Were you the only two working this case?
When it came to Cahill, yeah. Well, they were the two inspectors that brought him in, Riggs and Hollick, but we kept this thing tighter than skin.
Anybody else would want Cahill dead besides Lyman?
Well, John Benning and Tony Pelosa, but Lyman seems to be top man in all the coast operations. Cahill was going to talk. He'd name the big names.
You mean nobody knew what Cahill was going to say?
I said we kept it tight. Cahill made his deal with O'Brien, and he wasn't going to say anything to anybody till he got in here.
He did have a girlfriend in Oakland, Nita Vaughn.
That's right. You know her, don't you, Drea?
Yeah, she was still working when I first came on Vice. She was one of Cahill's girls.
Okay, Steve, you check out that woman. I'll talk to Riggs and Hollick. Maybe there's something they overlooked in their report.
Why don't you take McCormick with you? She might be able to talk to that lady a lot easier.
Sure. Drea?
Lieutenant?
Yes?
Are you Miss Vaughn?
Yes?
Can we come in, please?
Yeah. Something's happened to Martin.
He's dead.
Oh, God, no.
I'm sorry. I thought the department had already called.
I knew it. I knew it. I told him to let it go. But he insisted on talking to your DA.
Miss Vaughn, do you remember me?
Yes, I think so. Vice Bureau, wasn't it? Not much of an introduction.
Miss Vaughn, it's important that you give us all the information you can. Who might have known when Martin was going in to testify?
I'm sorry. No one. No one knew. He made all the arrangements with the district attorney's office. He didn't even tell me when he was going in.
I realize this is bad timing, but if we're going to find out who killed him...
I'm positive. Martin was very careful. Like I said, he didn't even tell me. I couldn't let slip what I didn't know. No one knew, I swear.
You know, this description isn't worth 2 cents.
Come on, Lieutenant, what do you want? You're being shot. You don't take time to see what color the guy's eyes are.
You're supposed to be trained. You're supposed to see more than the average guy on the street. Now, what did you see?
Lieutenant, Dan's right. It was so unexpected. I had my head down trying to light a cigarette. All of a sudden, someone's blasting through the door with a Magnum.
Magnum? That's not in this report. What caliber?
357. It had to be. It cracked like a whip.
Which hand did he use, right or left?
Left. I think. Yes, it was his left.
Okay, what else? Well, he wore a wig when he made the shot. What was the color of his hair when he made the escape?
Sandy blonde. A little bit longer than average.
Height, weight, age. It says here you hit him in the shoulder. Where on the shoulder?
Shoulder blade, right side.
How bad?
It should have ripped him up pretty good. He could be losing a lot of blood.
All right, I put out an alert to all the hospitals and the doctors. Now, that's what you should have done. Probably won't do any good, but he may get desperate.
She didn't ask how he died.
Well, could be she knew.
I didn't read her that way.
You ever work Vice?
A couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah. Black and white's to homicide inspector just like that, right?
It's a long story, Drea.
Didn't take long. We've only been out of the academy 3 years.
I know. The department doesn't move women as fast as men, right?
The understatement of the year, Inspector. The Air Force gave me a commission, right? I was a captain. You know, the only way I'll get any rank in the department? Had a desk, fingerprints, forgery, maybe one of the live jobs. It's exciting, huh?
But the times are changing. The Rip Van Winkles of the world are waking up. You know there's actually some male chauvinist pigs who know a woman can do more than type or take shorthand.
Oh, come on. It's great for tomorrow. What about today?
Today we got another battle to fight, okay? Do you think she was lying, huh?
She sold herself for money. Why not sell him?
I don't know. She said she loved him.
I wonder how many men she said that to. It's no great loss if she talked. They take care of each other that way. She saves us a lot of trouble.
You're getting hard, you know that? I mean, I work with a guy day and night who's been looking at the bottom for 30 years, and he doesn't even come up with things like that.
You think they're worth saving?
I don't think that's your choice. I don't think that badge would be worth anything if people felt the way you do.
Okay. Let's just say that Cahill didn't tell the woman he was living with when they were bringing him in. Now, you know, of course, that O'Brien sure didn't.
The only people who benefit from Cahill's death are the organization, so it had to be a hitman.
Oh, it had to be professional. There's no doubt about that. But I keep bumping into one question all the time. How did they know which elevator and when?
Had to be very well timed.
That's right. Somebody knew the exact time that Cahill was being brought in. And who was that somebody? Somebody inside the organization? Then? There's only one answer, buddy boy. Someone in the department.
The security leak in the department is the chief's business. My concern is to get that hitman in here alive so he can testify on who hired him to knock off Cahill.
Stands to reason if you don't plug up that security leak, you may never get him in here alive.
4 people had that information. Bondini.
No way.
You prejudging, Mike? I thought you didn't indulge.
I don't. But you've got 2 better suspects, Riggs and Hollick. They knew to the minute where they were going to be, and there's Hollick. He's had a lot of funny little lapses along the way.
What about McCormick?
I can't see it.
How come?
From what I know of her, she's not the type.
She's not, huh?
For the record, all right? We were in the same class at the academy.
Okay, how about off the record?
We went out a couple times.
Well, knowing you, that's got to mean that you know her a lot better than you're letting on. Come on now. Come on. Is there anything that says she could have pulled the plug on Cahill?
No.
Look, Mike, she had a rough time when she was a kid. No folks, she had a younger sister to bring up. She was looking towards the department as a home. Now, she may be a little uptight about not being promoted as fast as the men, but she wouldn't destroy anything that means that much to her, no.
Okay. Yank all their files anyway. Give them to intelligence.
You can work on internal security, Mike, but I want you on the Cahill homicide first.
Okay. The way I see it, we need three things. First, a stakeout on Lyman's house. Now, he's the man who gained most when Cahill was scrubbed. Second, the hitman. He took a bullet. And if he doesn't get help, he could be in trouble. Third...
Find out who sold out.
That's right. That's the third thing. Now, I know it's tough to get a tap now, but we do need one on Lyman's house.
I already talked to the Attorney General.
Thank you.
Man, you must want him bad.
He's been living off of human misery for the past 15 years and never even been close to a court. I want him. O'Brien. Yes, when? They'll be right on it. They just found the getaway car. It was dumped down by the Cow Palace.
All right, I'll cover that with Hollick, Steve. You take the first stakeout shift on Lyman's house. Right. Use Vince Bondini.
Hollick and Bondini, if they're involved, why take them?
Stone's axiom is chapter 2, verse 1. Question subject face to face, he'll clam. Pass the time of day, you'll learn a lot more what he thinks about than the weather.
What's the matter? Kicking yourself all over the block for following up this morning?
All over the peninsula.
You should.
I know. We're up so tight all the way in. I just let down when we got inside the elevator. Who'd have thought? Inside police headquarters.
That's just what they were counting on.
I know.
Buy out now. He's been every men's store in town.
He's got the bread, that's for sure.
Yeah. I bet what he just spent on those stores would pay my wife's hospital bills in one piece.
Wife's been sick?
She's been in and out. It's over a year now. She's got cancer.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, she's got a chance. They're all, hopeful at the hospital. But it costs a lot,
I know.
What have you got? Couple set of partial prints, mostly smudged. I don't know if we can make anything out of it, but look at this.
Checks out with Riggs's idea that he hit him high in the shoulder.
Yeah, it looks like he lost a lot of blood.
More than he can afford, too.
Cullen. I need a doctor. I ain't never gonna make it out of town like this.
Look, I'm a driver. I don't know anything about getting doctors.
Learn.
Go. I'll get line.
No.
Why not?
We hit a big fat canary, dude. That means that the DA's gonna be burned good. He's gonna have an ear on Lyman's phone.
Well, what do you want me to do?
You go and find a way in that house.
If they're on the phone, they'll be on the house too, won't they?
You got it.
How?
There's a way. Now you go find it.
Yeah, sure. Right away.
You know the worst part of stakeouts?
No, what's that?
Paper cups.
Stone wants you to report back to headquarters, Steve. I'll take over from here.
Well, that kind of makes up for paper cups.
Halleck seems like a nice guy who just happened to let his guard down too soon.
That's a pretty casual reading for a guy that does not usually make casual readings.
He's mad at himself. Unless he's a better actor than I think. All he's guilty of is a mistake.
Well, what about Riggs?
No way. Intelligence says that he's been a model cop for 17 years, picked up 19 citations for bravery during that time. Listen, didn't you say that Andrea McCormick was in the same class with you at the academy?
Yeah.
How did she finish?
She's right up there. Probably in the top 10.
Not bad. See, how about you? How did you finish?
I made it through. I mean, that's all anybody's ever asked, right?
Well, I'm asking now.
Yeah? Why's that?
What?
What are you doing, Mike? Just passing the time of day?
Oh, I was just going to try to cover up any blind spots you might have, buddy boy. Something you knew about her once, forgot maybe? I know how you feel about people you like.
Like you do about Bondini?
Yeah, something like that, I guess.
Do you know about his wife?
What?
Cancer. She's gonna make it through, but the doctor payments have been pretty heavy.
Are you trying to say that he's so hard up for money he could be on the take?
I'm just laying down a fact, but one piece of information would take care of a lot of payments.
No. He's been a straight cop too long.
A lot of straight cops have been bent, Mike.
I know. Catch a man when he's down and you can get any of us. No. Not Vince Bondini. He wouldn't let himself get into that kind of predicament.
You're sure?
No.
Company.
How bad is he?
Until he gets a doctor to fix him up, I don't think he's going to be able to leave town, Mr. Lynham.
Waste him.
He did the job.
Past tense. That's over. Larwin's hurt. He's a liability now. Okay?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've done some driving for the organization, but I never...
Don't give me that, Cullen. You want to move up? That's why you got hold of the information on Cahill for us.
Yeah, well, yeah. I have a contact at the department, but it's not murder.
Cahill's dead. So's Larwin.
That's a pretty fast repair.
Maybe it was just a tube.
Or a contact. I'm gonna follow him.
Just leave the house?
I'd rather take a chance on a wild goose chase and miss a possible lead. Call headquarters, get a backup unit here.
What if they don't get here in time?
I'll take that responsibility. Call in.
Yes, sir. Inspectors 351 to headquarters.
What do you say?
He'll send a doctor. May take a while, maybe an hour or more.
Anything else?
No. He did say he was worried about you being hurt so bad.
Yeah? Get against that wall.
Hey, wait a minute.
Move.
I'm a driver, man. I'm just a driver. I don't want any of your action, man. Please.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
How bad is he?
He's dead. Drea thought we should stay on stakeout, but I've seen him lost too many times. I just had a hunch he was a contact. Well, sometimes an old beat cop's instincts pays off, I guess.
So you say you saw this other man face to face, and you couldn't stop him?
Sorry, Mike. It all just happened so fast. I've never been in a situation like that.
I know you must be upset, but do you think you could give a full description to the police artist?
No?
If you feel like it.
I'm sorry, Mike. I just can't.
Okay. You get some rest, and Vince and I will finish up. You give it to us tomorrow morning.
I'll take her home, Mike.
Yes, go ahead.
Now even the hitman can't testify as to who leaked the information.
Presuming there was a leak.
Bondini was pretty hot about following that repair truck, wasn't he?
You don't suspect Lieutenant Bondini.
This was clever, the way the truck led right to the hitman, that's all.
Oh, that's a dead end, Steve. Wouldn't sell out the department any more than he'd sell his wife and kids.
Sound like Mike.
Who does he figure,
I don't know. I really don't know. He just, he doesn't like the idea of it being Bondini, that's all.
And, you don't like the idea of it's being me.
No.
But there is a distinct possibility, right? I'm sure I've come a long way since the conspiracy, haven't I?
Conspiracy?
I didn't think you'd remember. Is that funky little place you took me to the first time we went out?
How'd you pull a name like that out of the air?
I don't know.
Listen, you want to go someplace for a while? Hopefully better than the conspiracy? Just thought maybe you'd like to talk with someone.
Thanks. Maybe some other time. Okay?
sure you don't want any company?
No, thanks. I'm kind of tired. I'd like to be alone for a while.
Good night.
It's our truck, all right. But I don't know how they got it off the lot.
What time do you close up?
5. All the trucks are left in here, and I locked this gate myself.
Well, someone must have known the combination. When was the last time you changed it?
A couple of years, anyway.
Listen, I'd like to have a list of all the people who worked for you in the last 2.5 years.
We got a big turnover in this business, Lieutenant. That's gonna be some list.
Well, then you better get on it, Mr. Sabian.
Drea, why didn't you call?
Oh, it's no big deal. I just thought I'd drop by. What you doing? Is Ted home?
No, he's got a job with strange hours. You know how it is.
Having a job at all seems kind of strange, doesn't it?
Don't, Drea. That's great, you know. The only family you have, and it's a hassle every time you see each other. I can't wait for the baby. That's going to be different.
Liza? Sorry. Oh, heck. I gotta grow up, I guess. I gotta stop acting like a martyr and a mother and realize I'm just a big sister who keeps acting like a big
jerk. Yeah, you're never going to like Ted.
But I love you. I can't wait for that kid either.
Drea, if you could just see Ted the way I do. I mean, if you could have just seen me when he found me.
It's all over.
Yeah, that'll never be over. And I can't ever forget what it was like to selling myself to support a habit. Hating every minute, hating every lousy day. And I don't blame you for not being there. I really don't. I was the one who kept running away. Kept finding new ways to get into trouble. But Ted did pull me out, and he put me back together. And I love you.
Vince. Dave. Anything yet?
Not yet.
What's that?
Close the door. People who might be tied in with Bondini.
Beautiful. Out there he's checking suspects, in here he's a possible suspect himself.
That's right. So far, no matchup as far as we can see. Yeah, come in.
Yeah, ballistic report on those slugs in your hitman, Lieutenant.
Thanks, Tony. Well, what?
What's it say?
3 bullets, one that Riggs put in his shoulder like he thought, one in the leg, and one right through the heart.
Who killed him?
Well, according to this report, Andrea McCormick. She get lucky, or is she that good?
She was one of the best with a handgun.
There it is. Right here. About a year ago, a guy named Ted Cullen worked for the Ajax TV repair company as a truck driver. He worked a couple of months and quit. Here is Andrea McCormick's personnel file. Next of kin, sister, Mrs. Theodore Cullen.
Okay, it ties. But that isn't proof that she was the leak.
Pick her up. No. I want this Cullen. Wait a minute now. We've got an officer out there who's using a shield to hide behind. She sold information.
I know what you've got, Mike, and I know what you feel like doing about it, but right now, that's a family matter. She can't do any more to hurt anybody. This guy Cullen can make my case.
That's right, you could tie him to Lyman's trail, can't you?
Yeah, that's a weaker link than his contract killer, but it's still a link. You haul your policewoman in here and rake her over the coals, her brother-in-law's gonna hear about it and split.
Okay. We'll hold off on McCormick.
Keep me posted.
Right. Sorry, buddy boy.
Just can't be Drea. It just doesn't figure.
Sometimes it doesn't figure no matter how you cut it. Just goes with being human.
Do you want some more coffee?
No, thanks, I'm fine now.
Okay. Hi. I didn't expect you so early.
Well, there's got to be a reason, right?
Oh, no. Not another trip.
You know, I got to go to San Diego. Hi, Drea.
Ted?
Listen, we just finished dinner. I'll heat some up for you.
No, I don't have time. The plane leaves in an hour. Could you throw some things in a bag for me? Not much. I'll only be a couple of days.
Hey, I thought they had some kind of discount for wives on business trips.
You know, my wife stays put until that baby's born. Okay. Come on.
Okay.
What do they know? What gives? Anybody get a make on me?
No, you were safe. Once you got past me, you were safe.
I wasn't sure there for a second.
Neither was I.
What about Larwin?
He's dead.
Good.
Good? Good? I killed a man because you lied to me. You set me up. Gambling debts, huh, Ted? You couldn't pay, and my sister was going to have to nurse a cripple for the rest of her life if I didn't help in some way. Some little tip, some little piece of information.
Look, someone's hurt. I thought you were against pimps and prostitutes. What's the deal? Have you changed your mind all of a sudden?
But you knew what was going to happen. You knew.
Okay, I knew, but it's all done now. It's over with. You're all right. I'm all right. Liza's all right. Who else counts?
Oh, you're a real bag of snakes, you know that. I don't know how she can stand you.
Yeah, you wouldn't know anything about that kind of chemistry, officer. Hey! Just don't be cute, Drea. Oh, we've got a lot more keeping us together than Liza from here on out. Now, here's the phone number where I can be reached. If you find out anything, you call me.
Help you if you.
But you will keep your mouth shut, won't you? Because I am really in a cut cruncher now. And you know what having that baby means to Liza. And how difficult it could be for her if she had to raise it on her own.
Maybe they'd both be better off.
Well, why don't you just ask her that? Now, look, there's no sweat. Like I said, it's all done and it's over. I have never been arrested. There's no picture of me that's gonna get around. And even with a description, you're the only one who can tie me to it.
If you ditch Liza, so help me, because I don't care what they...
Anything, do you? For you, it's gotta be good and bad, or black and white, or it blows your mind. I love her. I love Liza. I'm not gonna ditch her, not for anything. But I'm not going to spend the rest of my life scratching for a living like some dumb chicken. There's no future in that. With Lyman, I can be somebody. I can do things, and I'm going to do it.
No matter what it costs to get there.
Right. And don't you be so damn self-righteous after what you've done. We all have a price.
But I thought I was doing something for Liza. You used her.
No. No, I used you. So now all you have to do is stay cool, and Liza stays happy. And stop acting like some kind of saint. You know what you are.
That's the building, apartment 3D. Watch yourself, I'll keep you covered.
Yes?
Mrs. Cullen?
Yes?
Is Ted home?
No.
My name is Steve, and Ted told me to give him a call when I was in town. You know where I can find him?
No, not right now. He's down in San Diego on a business trip.
San Diego. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Good night.
Says he went to San Diego.
Well, we would have heard from the units at the airport if he had arrived there.
I think he lied. She seems straight.
Like her sister.
Now, maybe I'm having a little trouble reading women lately, but the jury is still out on that one, too, okay?
Okay, sorry. Everybody's got their weak spots. I happen to have a couple of sore ones. And hiding behind a badge is one of them.
What do you think? He's still in a hole?
Yeah, and I think Andrea McCormick is the only one who can get him out.
O'Brien doesn't want her booked.
I know. I just wish O'Brien would get us a federal court order. Or better yet, I wish somebody would take her to dinner.
Glad you changed your mind about seeing me anyway.
Glad you asked me.
Inspector Keller.
Yes.
There's a call for you at the reservation desk.
Thank you. Excuse me. Finally got a break in that Cahill case. I identified the driver.
The driver?
Yeah, the guy you saw at the house. His name's Cullen, Ted Cullen. His old employer gave us a good description. That's where he got the repair truck from. Be an updated APB in 15 minutes.
That's good. Would you excuse me, Steve? I want to go to the ladies' room.
Sure.
Excuse me.
Yes, madam.
Is there another phone?
Yes, madame. There's a public phone in the powder room, straight ahead.
Thank you.
Should be any minute now. phone number is 555-2178.
I need an address.
Nothing to tie you, huh? How about being dumb enough to steal a truck from the place you used to work? No, there's an APB out on you. Full description. They know who you are. It's just a matter of time before they tie you to me. Listen to me. Take Liza and get away from here. But you've got to take her with you. You'll never be able to come back for her.
Here, mister. Get out of here. What do you think you're doing? Get out of here. I'll call the manager.
No. No, it's all right. The manager knows he's here.
Oh, come on, Liza.
Okay, no more. Don't shoot.
Inspectors 8-1 to headquarters. 2149 Buena Vista is a code 4. Repeat, code 4. Suspect in custody.
Steve.
All right, Bob, let's go.
Steve Keller?
Yes,
Inspector Steve Keller?
that's right.
You're on your way to Drea's hearing?
Yes.
She asked if you mind not coming.
Well, I guess we don't have to, no.
Thanks. What do you think will happen?
She'll be dismissed from the department.
What about the rest?
Well, she didn't know they were going to kill Cahill, but they did. That'll probably make her an accessory to murder. With Larwin, he was armed, shot first. I guess she could prove self-defense, but it's,
She'll be in a long time.
yeah. She's gonna need a lot of help when she gets out, too.
All my life, she tried to go after me. I don't mind taking my turn. I'd better go.
I guess she was thinking about you, too, huh?
Yeah. Too bad she didn't think about them.
Ready?
What's going on? Accident. Hey, hold this a minute, will you? Want to get a stick? Yeah. Get up. Now get on the truck.
Hold it! No party crashes. Anybody follows and he gets it. Roll it!
Last one to the bar makes the Bloody Marys!
Forget it.
Oh. You're a lucky guy.
Well, you don't have to rub it in.
No. I mean, because you like crazy ladies.
I don't like crazy ladies.
You don't?
No. I just like the queen of the crazies. Okay. Spicy, right?
Right.
No lemon?
No lemon. Hey. Thanks
Thank you for what?
for not trying to change me.
That was Cinderella's last words.
No. Really. Every single guy I've met up until now has tried to put me in some kind of mold.
You, in a mold, the adventurous Nellie Bly? I don't believe it, no.
No. Just a fashion page writer, boss. Oh, really? Why do men do that? I mean, why do they want to, change me?
Well, men are basically hunters, and some of them like to tame.
Not you.
No, I think molds are for cookies.
Have a cookie. Well, it can't be for me. I have no friends. Did you leave the number with someone?
I had to.
Oh, let it ring.
I wish I could. Hello.
Steve, Mike, there's been a prison break.
When?
About an hour ago. They took a guard with them as hostage and threw him off the truck when they hit the Great Highway. He's in General Hospital now, pretty bad.
They got that highway blocked?
Both ends, all exits.
Think they should put up a roadblock in US 101 south, too. They might have.
Yeah, I know what they might have done. You just get your tail over to the hospital.
Okay. Half an hour, right? Bye-bye.
Half an hour?
Prison break.
Oh. Well, I'll take you.
No, you don't have to.
No. Don't be afraid. I am a much better navigator on land.
Okay.
You know something?
What?
I think they make rules for other things, too.
Like what?
Give me a minute. Nurse, my name is Mrs. Crowley. My husband was a guard that was her.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Crowley. There's no news yet.
Crowley's one of our top men. He's been a guard at the prison for 14 years, but even top men get careless.
Warden Hanson, my partner, Inspector Keller.
Warden, Inspector. These are the IDs and mugshots you wanted.
Who's this?
A mean one. Lee Wilson, age 32, doing 1 to 14 on assault with intent to commit murder. John Phelan, alias Chicky, age 26, convicted of armed robbery and assault, doing 5 to 20.
Well, that's his second offense. I nailed him once for burglary.
And Ben Vargas, age 41, embezzler, doing 1 to 10.
Does he have any record of violence?
Not until today. He's out of his class with those two.
Well, maybe he just graduated.
How many guns they got?
3 shotguns and 3 pistols, all taken from the guards. Art? Take this to communications. Teletype to all the units.
You got any late news?
Nope. But they're locked in. Every bridge, every artery leading out of the city is blocked.
Well, how'd they make their break?
I'll tell you how it happened. They jumped my husband, and then they took him hostage. Then they threw him off the truck. They were going 70 miles an hour, and they threw him from the truck.
Very sorry.
I hope if you find those animals, you kill them. I want you to kill them.
Come and sit down over here with us. Come on. Sit right here.
Steve.
Thought you were going.
Well, I decided to hang around. It sounds like a good story. Change of pace. Hey, Steve. That woman. I mean, I know she's upset, but she didn't mean that.
She means it. Believe me, she does.
That's awful. Why would those men do a thing like that? I mean, what reason would they have?
There was always a reason. My job would be a lot simpler. Look, you don't need this. Go back to the apartment. I'll catch up with you later, okay?
Okay.
Oh, Mike, they found that truck abandoned near the Cliff House.
Steve, come on.
You gonna go?
I'm going. Steve, take care.
Paper says rain.
Who can wait?
Got a point. Can I borrow it?
Sure, I'll leave it outside.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you, open for business?
We'll be in a minute.
Well, I'm in a kind of a hurry.
Okay. Come on in. Do you have anything special in mind?
Oh, we'll just kind of look around, okay?
Sure.
Hey, now that's a pretty time. Hmm? What do you think? It's kind of too pretty.
Oh, no. You think it's that kind of joint?
It could be. Hey, listen. You running that kind of a store, pretty boy?
Hey, well, you guys cut it out. Come on, we gotta get out of here.
You're so nervous. Relax.
Hey. I wouldn't do that.
That was a mistake, pretty boy. A real bad mistake.
Oh, please.
You want the whole neighborhood in here? Put that away.
Maybe you're right. Okay. Give me the tie.
What?
Give me the tie! Oh, please, take anything you want, anything. I don't care what you take. Just get out. I won't say anything to anybody. I promise. I won't say a thing. I promise.
That's right, pretty boy. You won't say anything to anybody.
Lee.
Look, there's the door bookkeeper. You want to go it alone? Go!
Sorry I killed your weekend, buddy boy.
Just shouldn't let those prisoners escape, Mike.
So that was Connie, huh?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot you hadn't met.
Yeah, it was no time for introductions. What was she doing down there? Research?
I don't know. I was sort of wondering that myself.
She ever do a crime story?
No. Strictly gourmet tips.
Gourmet, huh? I think I read some of her stuff. As a matter of fact, I did one of her recipes. It was, rice and chicken pilaf.
Oh, yeah.
Came out chow mein. witnesses?
No, sir. They left the shotguns, took all the handguns.
38 specials, huh? They're going to use them to find two things.
Wheels and clothes.
That's right.
Young fellow wants a ride. How about it, Esther?
Sure. Looks a little bit like Johnny.
How far you going, son?
Salinas?
Well, I'll take you as far as San Mateo.
That'll be fine.
Would you close the door, please?
No, the door will be fine.
Just drive, okay, Pop?
What do you got?
Male, white, about 21, strangled. It wasn't suicide. Somebody used a necktie and made a garret.
Store owner?
No, it's his folks' place. They're on vacation. He was just here for the summer.
Who reported it?
Phone call, anonymous.
Male or female?
Male. He said there were 3 guys in the store roughing the kid around.
You sure he said 3?
Yeah.
Any description?
No, none.
What about the guy that... Excuse me, 1 second. Be right back. Excuse me. Good morning.
Morning.
My name is Keller. I'd just like to ask you a few questions.
They were in here already. I said I didn't hear anything. Sorry.
Well, you don't mind telling me your name, do you?
Fenwick. Louis Fenwick.
Mr. Fenwick, is this your store?
13 years.
You must have known the man that got killed.
Yes. Terrible thing, what they did. I heard someone say there were 3 of them.
You didn't see them? Mr. Fenwick, did you make the phone call? Now, look, there's nothing to be afraid of. These are escaped prisoners. They're running for their lives.
Nothing to be afraid of. That's easy for you to say. Nobody's going to hurt you.
Mr. Fenwick.
Cops. You come in here with a gun, want people to talk, then you leave. What happens then when you're gone? Crazy people. They come back when I'm alone, like, don't... I didn't see anything.
I need to know how they were dressed and which way they went. I think you can tell me that.
I'm not responsible to nobody else. I'm just responsible to me.
Now, that's too easy, and you know it. If you decide to remember anything, that's my number.
Turn right here. Now start pulling over there.
What for?
We gotta let these nice folks out now, don't we? Will you folks come with us, please? Hey, would you buy a used car from that old man? Come on, tell the truth. Let me show you what I got in stock. Come on, folks.
Lee, they didn't do anything. They don't know anything.
Hey, look, they know where we are, right? You know what kind of car we got?
Please, wait! Albert, let her go! I don't care what you do to me, but let her go!
Hey, you know something? You really surprised me. Nice old couple like you belong together. In the graveyard!
All right, this is the right forefinger of Lee Wilson. This is the right forefinger print found at the clothing store. They match. Now we got the left thumbprint of John Chicky Phelan, left thumbprint from the store.
What about the prints on the third guy?
He was the only guy that stayed clear.
There's a lot you won't find on those prints, Steve.
Excuse me, Connie, this is Mike Stone, Connie Moore.
Connie?
Hello.
Say, if you're checking up on him, I'm going to swear that he's never been out of my sight.
Well, you're a good man to have around.
May I ask what you're doing here?
Well, I have been doing a little digging.
For what?
Well, for you and possibly the city editor's desk. Now, you remember the riot at the prison last year?
Yeah.
All right, all three men you're looking for were very prominent in the riots. And one of them, Ben Vargas, was the spokesman for the group. Now, they demanded certain prison reforms, better food, better toilet facilities, and an end to brutality by certain prison guards. Okay, now, all these points were agreed upon. The riots ended, and nothing. No improvements, no reforms, nothing. Just a bunch of sanctimonious speeches. Now, that's what they got.
So?
So don't you see, that's what I was talking about, the reason. The missing element, motivation.
Motivation. Now, how does motivation help us to find three killers?
They are three human beings, Steve, who have been caged up like animals. Now, how can we expect them to really act differently? That is how we have treated them.
Now, wait a minute, wait just a minute. I am all for prison reform, and I'm very sorry those promises were not kept. But I don't see how that gives anybody the right to escape and kill people.
Hey, I'm not condoning violence.
Well, I'm very glad to hear about that. I'm very glad.
You should. Now, listen, you have got to remember why people do the things they do. You cannot generalize.
Oh, man, is that what you think?
Yes, that's what it looks
generalize?
like.
What do you mean that's what you...
Look, you're right.
What do you think I'm doing
That is
here?
what this looks like. I'm trying to help you.
You're not helping one bit.
Hey, I'm just giving you some...
What is it?
Well, it's something that maybe Connie ought to see before she puts that story on the city editor's desk.
Well, you got it.
I've seen a lot of things, but never a shooting gallery like this.
.38 caliber.
Found these shells. 18 of them so far.
Let's see.
Any ID?
No. And the pockets were stripped.
Well, we better get a workup. Ballistics, fingerprints, x-rays, dental chart, the works. Facial photos, too, front and profile. Check them against passport and possible credit IDs.
Right.
Hey, are you all right? I know we shouldn't have brought you here. Come on.
Is that why you're sorry? Because I'm here?
Oh, Connie.
No, wait a minute. You see this every day, fine. But can you really just accept it like that? I mean, don't you feel anything? Is that what being a cop's all about?
This isn't the time, Connie.
Well, wait a second. You just said that man's basic instinct is to be a hunter, right? Right. Is that all that's on your mind right now? Just get back to the hunt? Never mind about the victim. They're just a piece of evidence now, something that leads you on the track of the animal that you're hunting. And never mind the fact that what you're hunting is a human being. Sick, maybe, but a human being, Steve. What does that cost you? I mean, what do you have to be to do that? I really don't understand. I just don't understand. I don't understand it.
All right, could you take the lady home? She's not feeling very well.
Guess I had a bad idea.
It's okay. Okay. Anything else?
No. think?
She'll be all right.
I'm not talking about Connie. I'm talking about those two people back there. This is a real kill-crazy spree, buddy boy. I've only seen a couple like it in my 27 years on the force. As far as I'm concerned, it's... Hey, look out!
Sorry.
You want me to drive?
No, no.
You're sure?
Yeah.
Now suspect that an elderly couple murdered in an auto dumping ground this morning may be the latest victims of the fugitives, bringing to 4 the number of victims in their wake. A description of the 3 convicts released by police department officials is as follows. Lee Wilson, age 32.
Come on, man. They're just getting ready to talk about us.
I got news for you, kid. You're not a celebrity. You're a target.
Hey. Hey, how about that house over there, Lee? You see the bike? Now, you think it got there by itself?
Over there. Empty garage.
Yeah. We'll park around the corner.
Wilson has a sister in Vegas and a brother in Lansing, Michigan.
Art, ask the local police for help on both of these.
John Chicky Phelan, no known relatives, but a lot of jobs in San Francisco. Pin boy, locker room attendant, concessionaire, San Francisco Zoo, half a dozen others.
Joel, hit the pavement on these, will you? See if you can find out anybody who knows where he's holed up. Well, what about, Vargas? What about him?
That's my phone. I'll be right back.
Keller?
Ben Vargas, former bookkeeper. Northwest Lumber Supply, lived with a Margarita Alvarez. Avenida Del Mar, Tijuana, for 8 months after embezzling funds.
Okay, give it to me.
Bill, call the Mexican authorities. Find out what you can about this, will you?
Do you want her watched?
Well, if they find the girl, have them keep a lookout for Vargas, will you?
Okay.
Oh, the Pittman case.
Yeah. DA settled for a 2nd degree.
Disappointed in that? Or are you disappointed because it wasn't a call from Connie?
I think I'll go down the record, see if they got anything on that old couple.
Looks like somebody's having a party. Check it out upstairs. Rip out the phones. If you see any guns, bring them down.
Shortwave radio gear.
A cop's house?
They got them in cars, not at home. Listen.
Hang on. Okay. What time is it?
A little after 2.
Oh, Lord. Where's my key? Where's my key? There it is.
Hurry up, these things are falling.
I'm trying. There we go. Okay, you get the key, hon.
I'll get it afterwards.
Honey, will you get this ice cream into the freezer? I want to call Jane and see if she got a babysitter yet.
Sure, hon.
Honey, there's only 8 vanilla. I thought we were getting a dozen of each.
Get over there. By the mantle. Now put your hands on it. Do it as she gets it. Got it. Whose party is this?
Our daughters.
When?
Tomorrow.
Where is she now?
She's spending the night with her grandmother. We wanted to get it set up without her knowing.
$52. You got any more money in the house?
No, just that.
Nothing upstairs? No box of dimes, quarters, jewelry?
Jewelry? You must have some jewelry. A nice-looking mama like you. I bet you look like $1 million when you're all decked out. Come on, Mama. Show me where you keep it.
I'll get it.
Hey! Stay out of it. Come on, Mama. Show me where you keep it. You're looking good.
Relax. Hey, Ben. I ever tell you about the little honey I took in the tool shed at the zoo? It was right next to the giraffe cages.
Shut up. You, come here. Hey, nice setup you got. I was a Sparks myself in the Navy. I ran a radio room on a tin can all South Korea. Now you listen, and you listen good. Those guys are crazy. Hospital crazy, you know what I mean? They just killed 4 people, mister. Just play it straight, and you and your woman be lucky to get out alive. Start anything, you'll both be dead.
I think we ought to put 3 more units here on the south side. It's an awful large area to cover.
I got you. Listen, I got a positive ID in that old couple, Mr. and Mrs. Albert Lockwood, 210 Sutter Street, San Mateo.
Lay this on DMV. Find out the kind of car they own and the license number.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, Mr. Fenwick, right?
I heard on the radio about that couple at the auto graveyard. It's my fault. I should have told you. I did see those men. I saw what they were wearing.
Bill, This is Inspector Tanner. He'll take the information.
You've got to get them. Before they kill anybody else, you've got to.
Looks like you finally got to him after all.
Just a little late for the victims, that's all.
Well, he's a victim too, buddy boy. Maybe the worst kind. He's going to have to live with it for the rest of his life.
Attention all units. North Point and the Embarcadero is a 1032. Mistaken identity. Info from Central 4.
Central 4 to radio. Central 4. That's false alarm at 611. I'll kill you, Harry! I'll kill you!
You answer the phone, and you shut your mouth.
Hello? Hello, Betty. This is Jane. Good news. I got a sitter for the baby today after all. So I'll bring Sharon over for the party at 3 o'clock, okay?
Okay.
Anything I can bring?
No.
Okay, gotta run. See you at 3.
Why?
Hey, you're cute. You know that? You're really cute. Now, the party was supposed to be tomorrow? Now, what were you thinking? That people will come in, they'll see us, they'll call the cops?
I want us to call them. They'll be here soon enough by themselves.
You hear it on the radio?
Cops got a description out on the old man's car. It's bound to be spotted. We gotta move.
Lee, the camper's parked outside. We can take it.
That's a good idea. I'll take you as insurance.
Now, you try to follow. Or call the cops. She's dead. Hey, that was a very good hit.
Ben, give me the key.
Okay, thanks. Steve. Yeah. Confirmation from the Mexican police. They got a stakeout on that Alvarez woman. Good.
Oh, Mike, this is Mr. Thompson. I think you'd better talk to him. He says that...
They've got my wife.
Now, who's got your wife?
3 men with guns. They broke into our house. They attacked her, took her away in our car.
What kind of car?
A camper, red. I didn't know if I should call her or not. They could kill her.
License number?
64438N.
All right, Bill, you want to put that on the horn?
Don't say I told you. Please, they'll kill her. I had to trust you.
Put that
They
on
can't
the police
find
radio only. No
Right.
media yet. Oh, take Mr. Thompson into my room where it's quiet.
Mr. Thompson?
And you tell him everything that happened. Honey?
I guess Steve's pretty busy, huh?
Very.
Well, I thought we should have a talk. I guess there's not much point in that either. Mike, would you give these to Steve for me? I won't be needing them. Thanks.
Connie. You see that man in there with Steve?
Yes.
Well, his wife is with those 3 men that you're so concerned about. She's already been attacked by them, and now they're holding her as hostage.
Mike, I don't need any more of your shock treatments.
Well, now, wait a minute. I didn't ask you to come along just to shock you.
Oh.
No. I happen to know how Steve feels about you, and I just wanted you to see exactly what he has to deal with before you press that argument with him any further, that's all.
All right. I've seen what he does and how he does it.
No, you didn't. You didn't see anything. How would you want him to do his job? Now, he's a professional. He can't work with tears in his eyes when he's looking at a corpse. He can't carry the guilty conscience of the world on his shoulders when he's running after a killer, can he?
Mike, I think this is strictly between Steve and me.
Not when other people's lives depend on it. And they depend on it as long as he's carrying that badge. Connie, you take him or leave him. But don't put a monkey wrench in his head. Don't make him less than he is. And don't get him killed.
Hey, Chickie! This is your town, baby. Find us a hole.
Hey, I've been thinking about that. I got a good one for you, Lee. The shack at the zoo, I was telling Ben about it.
In the middle of a public park?
It's not public there. It's real private. Groundkeeper only goes in that area once a week, and that's on Monday.
Hey, what? You put any gas in that thing?
I was gonna get some today.
Hey, station on the next corner.
Howdy. Fill it up?
Regular. Hey, where you going? There's one in the back.
There's a lady in the back.
We're burning oil. You're down about a quart.
Okay, just hurry it up.
Kenny?
What's up?
Don't look now, but you see the guys in the camper? Well, they fit the cons we heard about on the radio. I said, don't look. One's in the men's room. The other's probably in back. Tell the other guys and call the cops.
Listen, call the cops. The ex-cons you heard about on the radio, they're here in the camper.
Okay, that's enough. How much?
Hey, mister, I can't rush it.
I said, how much?
Okay.
Come on, move it!
Be $8.29.
Here, keep the change. I'll just lower the hood.
Hey, what's going on up there?
Ben, he went into the bathroom. He's washing his 12 hands. He gives me a pain right inside my head. Hey, what's going on here?
Just come out of there, mister.
There's one still in their head.
Get back. Come on, everyone, get back.
Back.
You're not helping us any. Come on now, step back, all of you. Step back, get back, way back, way back.
Vargas, where'd they go?
Don't hit me.
Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore. Now listen, they left you here. Can you hear me? They left you here. You don't owe them anything. Vargas, don't pass out on me, Vargas. Where'd they go? Zoo.
Come on, let's get an ambulance.
All units, Great Highway and Sloat. Escaped convicts believed located San Francisco Zoo. Fugitives armed and dangerous. Use extreme caution. They may still have woman hostage. Inspectors 8-1 on scene. Bravo 13. 13. Zarate, 1032. Armstrong, 1030. 901 to CWB. 10-4, thank you.
Larry, Doug Thompson. Yeah, I'm fine. Listen, Larry, I'm taking my family camping up in Mendocino later today. I wonder, well, you mentioned once you'd let me take that target pistol of yours out sometime and give it a try. Would it be all right if I picked it up now?
Harry, take a detail to the south fence. Where's Tanner?
To the aviary.
We'll have him go around the west. Tell him to watch out for kids.
All right, Bill, this is Steve. Move over with Art to the west side, will you? But look out for the kids. You got that?
Check, Steve.
All right, take another man with you. Right straight through.
Mike.
Yeah.
Thompson.
Maybe he knows something he didn't tell us.
She's in there.
How do you know that?
Something one of them said, I remember. Let me go.
Well, there's something you forgot, too, because I told you we get your wife back if you did it our way.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, come on.
All right, this is Keller. There's a tool shed at the southeast corner up behind the giraffes. All units converge.
Get him out of this area.
Wilson, Balin, you're surrounded. You can't escape. If you come out, you won't be harmed.
Now you listen to me! We got a woman in here, and she's dead, unless you do exactly what I say. Give me the shoe! Hurry up! Now look, clear the area. And we want a car, unmarked, with the engine running. That's for us and the woman. Now, when we know that you're not following us, we're gonna turn her loose.
Just like they turned that prison guard loose.
hands-on. Except Inspectors 35.
Give me a sharpshooter.
Bill, bring in your best sharpshooter.
Okay. It's being done. It's being done. It's done.
Hold it! All right, don't shoot! Drop.
All right, bring it down. So you got it? No.
Get out of the way. He's gonna die.
All over, Mr. Thompson. It's all over. For you, him, and your family. Unless you pull that trigger. Then you go where he's going, and your wife, she tries to tell your daughter why. Is that what you want?
Doug, don't! Please! I can live with it if you can't. But if you can't, if I'm all alone, I don't know.
Somebody asked me why. You want to tell me?
Yeah. Sure.
All right, now get him out of here.
Really makes you wonder, doesn't it?
The time to ask was a long time ago.
Why, you think he might have turned out different?
Like you said, you wonder. But you never know.
It's gonna be a good sunset.
Is it okay to feel something now?
Like what?
Tired?
Oh, no. I've got enough of that feeling for both of us. Uh-oh. Look who's there.
Yeah.
Oh, say, I forgot. Yeah, she couldn't get in.
Did you talk to her?
Yeah, we had a few words.
You had a few words. Lieutenant, you mind giving me all the information before I...
Inspectors 8-1, we have a possible homicide at 917 Bay Street. Will you respond?
No, she's not gonna believe this.
Well, she's not gonna hear about it.
Oh, come on, there's no way I can get out of here.
Wait a minute. I'm the lieutenant, right?
Right.
Why did I want to become lieutenant? So I could give the orders, right?
Right.
So please, let me start this case on my own, will you, please? And another thing, you got a bottle of wine in the fridge?
Yeah.
Take it out and put the telephone in there. That way, if I call, I can always say nobody answered. Inspectors 8-1 to headquarters. On that 917 Bay Street call, we'll respond.
What a lovely surprise.
Come on, Sharon, drink this. Come on. Okay, lie still. George, cities always have 3 doctors.
It's just a cold. That's all.
She feels real hot. We got to do something.
Look, Jack, if we get that public health thing turned up again, they're going to divvy us up just like they did before. They're going to split us 3 ways, for sure.
Maybe we could get some medicine.
What medicine? I ain't no doctor.
Remember when I had that bad cough that wouldn't quit? They gave me antibiotics.
Jackie, that stuff costs money. I've only been on the job 3 days. What's the name of that stuff they gave you?
I don't remember. It's myosin, I think.
Okay.
Where you going?
I'll be right back. I'll leave the truck. You take care of her.
George?
I'll be back.
Hey, get out of there!
Hey, what are you doing? Driving around in circles?
In the garage in 5 minutes, Lieutenant, then home for your beauty sleep.
It's gonna take more than sleep.
Inspectors 8-1, we have a possible homicide at 122 Beach Street. Will you respond?
Respond? How can you respond to anything at this time of night? Inspectors 8-1 will respond. Give us that address again.
Hey, Lieutenant, what are you doing out so late?
All right, I asked the questions, Garcia, okay? Now, what do you got?
Shaping up like just another hophead looking for a free high.
Who's dead?
The druggist, I think he bashed his head against a scale. The position of the body there.
Okay. Let's just leave that to the lab man, huh? Did you call him?
No?
Well, then get on your radio and break up the poker game.
Is he all right? Mr. Chesley?
Was that his name, Chesley?
Yeah.
What's yours?
Stamp. Sumner Stamp. He said was. Is he dead?
I'm afraid he is, son. Sumner. Did you see anything going on in there?
Yeah.
What?
There's this dude that always hangs around. Wears one of those red and black jackets, you know, like a lumberjack. I watched him split from here right after I heard the gunshot.
Now listen. This isn't just another ripoff. Whoever it was killed Mr. Chesley.
He used to give me gum and stuff, you know? All the time, just for nothing. This dude. There's two others with him, kids. A boy about 15, 16, maybe, and a girl about 7 or 8.
Now, do you know where they live?
Yeah.
Jack, how long ago did your brother leave?
I don't know. I fell asleep.
Steve. Her fever as high as I think it is.
She's burning up.
Let's get her to the hospital.
I go with her.
Well, I'll give you a choice, son. You want to ride with us or go in the ambulance with your sister?
He's 19, tall and husky, wearing a red and black plaid mackinaw. Name is George Morgan. Might have a gun. Stay close. He'll head for this spot.
Order a complete chest x-ray. Get the WBC count. And I want to sputum and smear culture. Now, sweetheart, I want you to try and get a good night's sleep tonight, okay? You were right in bringing her in. Possible pneumonia, looks like traces of anemia. She's very run down. I'd like to keep her here for a few days, if I may.
Can I see her now?
Oh, you must be George. She's been asking for you.
No, this is her other brother, Jack.
Well, don't stay too long, Jack. She needs all the rest she can get.
Better call juvenile.
Is she here?
Where's George?
He said he'd be back.
You don't look like a doctor.
I'm not, Sharon. But you look like a little girl who should get some sleep.
He's right, Sharon. I'll see you in the morning. Get some sleep.
You got it?
Well, Jack, I guess we're gonna have to drop you off at juvenile hall now.
No, I won't go. I won't leave Sharon here alone.
Well, I'm sorry, son, but there's no choice. Didn't you say you're 16? You have no parents, no home. Where do you go?
Jack, it's not our choice. The court has to decide about you and Sharon.
What about George? He wouldn't kill anybody. I know it.
We still have to talk to him.
That's right. Where do you think he is?
Good morning. Hello, Marie.
forgot.
Oh, until I saw you. Oh, isn't that awful of me?
It's all
Harlan,
right, Millie, but I'm parked in a yellow zone. You'll have to hurry.
Harlan.
Millie, you can't go to the Orient without getting shots. And you can't get shots unless you go to the doctor. You can't go to the doctor who's waiting for you right now unless...
Harlan, something
has come up.
Yes, I have a youngster waiting for me in my chambers. It's a very special case.
I'll reschedule the shots. Millie, you can't save the whole world. Not by yourself.
Harlan, you know I don't want to save the whole world. Just the children. Maybe that's a beginning, huh? Tell Dr. Fuller I'm sorry. Busy, busy morning. I know I'm late. How are you this morning, Miss Wilson? Fine. Good morning.
Judge Cox, this is Jack Morgan.
Jack Morgan, yes, I know. Jack, I know you're anxious. So I telephoned the hospital, and the doctor tells me that your sister is doing very well. Now, about you. You're from Oregon, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
La Grande, Oregon. That sounds very small, very quiet. And I understand that your parents are both deceased, is that right? You lost your mother in childbirth with your sister Sharon, so of course you were very close to your father. You learned about family love and the things that really matter in life from him. And he, now let me guess about this. I bet he was strict, bossy even, but you knew he loved you and you all loved him back.
How'd you know?
Oh, that's values, I guess. Things don't change so much in small towns as they do in big cities. Besides that, I'm from a small town myself. I'm from Rainier, Washington. Sometime I'll tell you about it. It might make you think about home. How recently did your father die, Jack?
3 years ago.
And who's been looking after you?
My brother.
All that time? Just your brother?
He didn't do what they said to that man. He didn't.
That's all right, Jack. I'm not interested in that. I just want to know about you and your family.
You're not gonna split us up. George won't let you split us up.
Oh, no wonder little Sharon is sick. Can you imagine? No heating, no electricity, no plumbing.
Glad about one thing, though.
What's that?
Nothing up there says he was a junkie. Nothing in that drugstore either.
Oh, he was just trying to do what Jack said, I think. Trying to help his kid sister the only way he knew how.
Winds up staring a life sentence in the face.
Well, I get a feeling he's been serving one for quite a while. Let's see what juvenile has to offer.
Listen, do you remember a truck there last night?
A truck? What kind of truck?
Old pickup truck was parked right there.
Yeah, I think I do.
I'm gonna ask around, see if anybody knows who owns it. I'll catch you later.
Good idea.
And then this other judge, well, he decided me and George were supposed to go to this boys' home. Sharon was supposed to live with my uncle. George just couldn't let that happen.
Why not?
Because he promised.
Promised who?
Dad. George promised to me he wouldn't let nothing split us up. I was there. When Dad was dying, and he talked to us, and he said we were all we had. All he could leave us, just each other. And George.
Thank you, Jack, for telling me. I think I understand now.
Do you? You're a judge too, aren't you? Gonna do what the law says you have to. Not care about what we promised. What Dad wanted.
I'm a judge, all right. And we do have to live by the law. This old world would be in a bigger mess than it is if we didn't live by the law. But we are going to think about what your dad wanted. And we're going to think about what you want. And I don't know about you. I think better on a full tank than I do on an empty one. Do you like pancakes?
He gave me breakfast.
I bet you didn't have pancakes, and I know a place 5 minutes from here where you can get pancakes like you never tasted. Miss Wilson will be back in an hour.
Excuse me, Judge Cox. Shouldn't you take a bailiff?
Let him buy his own pancakes. You're George.
Sharon, all right?
She's fine. I called the hospital and the doctor said...
That's my brother, not you, Judge.
Hey, George, don't. She's different. Really, she's not the same as that other judge.
Tell him, lady. Been feeding him full of lies? Jackie, I'm in trouble. Big trouble.
I know.
Well, you know there's only one way out, right? I gotta run. We gotta get Sharon back first. Judge is supposed to help you, right, lady? Or are you gonna start helping us right now? Get in.
If you force me into this car, you'll be committing kidnap. That's a bad mistake, George.
The police are looking for me right now for murder. If you think I won't do anything I have to get my sister back and keep this family together and get out of this place and stay alive, well, you're making a whole lot bigger mistake than I am.
Steve. Did you hear what's happening?
The kid's got Millie Cox.
I have just come from the DA's office. They are going bongos down there.
How did it happen?
He calls in 20 minutes ago. Says he has Millie Cox, will not turn her loose till we let his sister go. He's already got the brother. Then he tells me he's got the gun from the drugstore.
What are they doing in that courthouse? Anybody can walk in with a gun and walk out with a judge.
She walked out on her own with Brother Jack. That's when he grabbed them.
Yeah, it figures. Millie Cox couldn't do anything by the book. I don't think she even owns a black robe.
That's right. You've known her for a while, haven't you?
Yeah, she straightened out the first JD I ever collared. Did you get a trace on that call?
Didn't have time. He said he'd call back at 2, tell us how he wanted to handle the exchange. I got to trace it up to then.
How he wanted to handle the exchange? Did you tell him we don't make deals?
I didn't have a chance to tell him anything. He just dropped the bomb and he hung up. What'd you get from juvenile?
Nothing. The social worker didn't know anything. They came from Oregon, been here about 3.5 months. They have a relative there who took care of the girl for a while. He knows the boys, too. He's flying in. How about the truck?
Yeah, it's theirs. I talked to a couple of construction guys. They saw George driving it.
Did you get a make on it?
Yeah, it's a Ford, 52, 53 maybe. It's got out-of-state plates.
Sure, Oregon.
Oregon, that's right. I'll update that APB.
Say, wait a minute. The social worker did say something else. She said that George had a string of part-time jobs, and the last one was working as a busboy in a diner down on Van Ness. Hello, Harlan.
What is it? Who did it?
We don't have a lot on him yet.
Just that he killed a man last night.
Yes, but it didn't look as though it were premeditated.
Well, that doesn't bring the man back, though, does it? I want Millie back, Mike.
So do I. Sit down. We'll get it back. We have an APB out on her now.
Listen, I'm gonna check the diner unless you need me here.
Check it through. No, check it through. Let me know if you come up with anything.
Mike? Yeah. This just came in on the teletype board.
What's that?
Background on the kids.
What?
Don't worry, it's just from...
Come on, Mike. George Morgan. Is he the oldest? The one that kidnapped Millie?
Yes.
An escapee from a reform school? Serving 1 year for assault? And this is some psychiatric report. Extremely high-strung, volatile temper, given to fits of violent rage. Well, I guess we know something about him now, don't we?
What took you so long?
I missed the first bus.
Did you park your car where I told you?
Yeah. And I didn't hurt it none.
Wouldn't matter if you did.
But to her.
Come on. You gonna start kissing up to judges?
I got no use for judges. You know that.
Jack, when that judge separated you from Sharon after your father died, I'm sure he did what he thought was the right thing.
Oh. You guys, you had quite a little chat, didn't you?
He only told me what
Shut up! Oh, you're smooth. You're all so smooth. But you don't know everything. You don't know enough not to let Alvin get cut. I'm gonna make that call. Here, you keep this. Take it! You keep her where she is.
George? What are you going to do if you can't get Sharon?
You just better hope we do.
Well, Jack, do you think this is right?
He's my brother.
That's right, Morgan. George Morgan. He worked here as a busboy.
Well, I don't pal around with no bus boys. They come, they go. Hey, I got work to do.
Now, you won't get nothing out of him. He's too busy trying to bring back slavery.
Do you know George?
Yeah, I know he worked his tail off here for 75 cents an hour.
How long was he here?
Almost 3 months. He's a good kid, too. First one I ever worked with that didn't try to swipe tips. Is he in trouble?
Sister's in the hospital. I'm just trying to find him. I don't know anybody who knows him. What he likes to do, where he likes to go.
Country boy. Likes to do country things.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Like simple. You know. I mean, a crummy place like this is fine for eat, say, but... Oh, the only entertainment he needed was radio. He used to have those crying cowboys singing those sad songs with the guitars with him all the time.
While he was working, huh? I mean, I really can't see that guy going for that, you know?
Look, now, don't get any ideas. No, I mean, he's just a kid. Well, I've got one almost the same age myself. Someplace.
You saw each other once in a while, right?
I mean, there's nothing out of line, nothing wrong. I mean, we just took his walks, that's all. Used to make me wonder what my own kid might be doing.
Where'd you go?
Park.
Golden Gate?
Yeah. We used to hop the streetcar and just walk around. We didn't talk much. Neither one of us. Just like two strangers, really, but... Look, he's really a good kid. I mean, he's really a sweet kid, and so when you see him, I want you to tell him... Well, just tell him... Susie said to say hi.
Okay, you name. Okay, you say his name is Sparling, Alvin Sparling, S-P-A-R-L-I-N-G. L-I-N-G. And the flight is in at 4 o'clock. That means he'll be at the bus terminal around 4:30. I'll meet you there, Miss Wilson.
Mike, they just found the judge's car, just off the Embarcadero.
Come on.
Jack, who's Alvin? Tell me. Is it your uncle? Is it the one who took care of Sharon? It is. It is, isn't it? What did George mean about him? Did he do something to hurt you?
Not me. Sharon.
What was it?
I shouldn't be talking to you.
Why not? Are you afraid of George?
You better just be quiet like he said.
Harlan, has Millie's arthritis been acting up lately?
Oh, you mean could she walk very far? Half a mile, maybe. Any more than that, they'd have to carry her.
Well, maybe they dropped her off first before they ditched the car.
She just wanted to save the children. She's been shouting that at society for over 30 years, Mike. Through all the problems she's taken on herself. Problems she never created, with all the decisions she's made. Where the children are raised. Who raises them? How? Save the children? For what? For this? So some kid she's trying to help can come along and do something crazy. Maybe even kill her.
I know, Harlan.
Mike, let the girl go. Let him have her.
I can't do that.
Well, who do I shout at? Who do I get to save Millie?
Harlan, you know how I feel about her. She's one of the two best women I ever met, and I married the other one. But it doesn't work that way. If we gave in to that kid, then everybody who has a problem would think that that's the way to their solution. And they've got to know that it isn't, and it'll never be. All right. Call communications. Comb the area, use all available units. And if you spot that truck, don't press the kid. He's armed and dangerous.
Look, I'm trying to tell you that Lieutenant Stone is the only one that has the authority to make an arrangement like that. All right, now hang on 1 second. It's right here.
Oh, don't give me that hold on a sec. Gene, I know what you're doing. Now you tell the guy I want.
Hello, George Morgan.
Yeah, this Lieutenant?
Yeah, I'm Lieutenant Stone.
Well, you getting a good fix on this phone booth, Lieutenant?
Yes, operator. We'll hold him as long as we can.
George, your sister belongs in the hospital.
She belongs with her family.
George, I just came from there. And the doctor said that...
Look, you better stop listening to everybody but me. You hear, Lieutenant? That is, if you want to see that judge again.
Now, wait a minute, son. There's no need to get excited.
Don't call me son, you hear? Nobody like you calls me son. Now, you hear this. 6 o'clock. You be at the railroad depot at Townsend and 3rd, and you have Sharon there. You put her at the phone booth, the one near the gates. Put her there and leave. 6 o'clock. You got it?
I got it. And what about Judge Cox?
When I get my sister, you'll get your precious judge.
Got it. Southeast District, payphone 18th and Vermont.
All right, block the area and run a sweep through it.
Well, why don't we go out there?
I don't think we'd find anything.
If he called from there, he must have Millie
I
close
don't
by.
think so. Now, here's the building they were living in. Here's the hospital his sister is in.
Both on the east side.
That's right. And here's where the phone call came from, south. And here's where they ditched the car, north.
So what do you think?
I think they could have found a better place to ditch the car.
Unless he wanted it found, right?
Oh, what are you saying? That he's trying to put you off? That he's got Millie somewhere on the west side?
No, Harlan, this is just a hunch. He's got to be a pretty crafty kid to run away when he's 16 with a 13-year-old boy and a 4-year-old girl. Keep them alive and well, not get caught for 3 years.
Well, can you start a search on the west side?
No, we don't have the manpower.
Mike, for what it's worth, the waitress at the diner said he used to like to go to Golden Gate Park. That's on the west side.
And it's on the west side, and it's over 1,000 acres, too. You come up with anything else?
Nothing, no.
Well, I hate to press her. Maybe the girl can come up with something. Harlan, why don't you go home and get some rest?
I'm okay.
All right, step in my office, wait for us. I'll let you know if we come up with anything.
Jack?
What are you doing?
I intend to walk out of here, Jack. And I want you to come with me.
You heard what George told me.
Yes, I heard what George said. But I saw your face when he said it. Jack, come with me.
With her white blood count so low, we want to make sure her cold won't go anywhere. Give me about 3 days.
3 days? Her brother's giving me less than 3 hours. Hi. How are you? Remember me?
Uh-huh. You're not a doctor.
That's right. You got a good memory. He's the doctor. How's he been treating you, all right?
I was crying before. I hardly never cry when I'm with George and Jack. They're funny, especially George. He can talk just like a duck. Can you do that?
Can I talk like a duck? No, I never could talk like a duck.
Me either. It's hard. But George can do it real good. Where is George?
Well, now that's something I wanted to talk to you about, Sharon. Do you think maybe George is staying with some friends? Or maybe he's staying in a house where you lived in before?
Who are you?
Well, I'm a friend. I'm trying to help.
Are you a policeman?
Yes, I am a policeman. But I'm a daddy, too. I've got a little girl. Well, she's not so little anymore. She's going away to school.
My daddy's dead.
I know that.
Where's George?
I don't know, Sharon.
He wouldn't leave me. He wouldn't.
You're right, he wouldn't. As a matter of fact, he just called this morning to find out how you were. He's going to call again in a little while. Oh, where do you think he'd call from? You think he'd call from the park? Did he ever take you to the park to play?
You're trying to catch him, aren't you? You want to send him back to jail.
No. I want to help him.
I don't want to talk to him anymore.
What is this, a burn?
It's at least a 2nd degree. She won't say how it happened.
You just rest. I won't trouble you anymore, Sharon. Oh, Oh, I forgot to tell you, Sharon, your uncle is coming. Uncle Sparling.
No, I want George.
Hey, okay, that's all right. Okay, take it easy. Take it easy. Okay, that's it, Sharon, that's it. Take it easy.
All righty, well, thank you anyway. Right, bye-bye.
Anything?
Nothing, no. Did she mention the park?
No. The minute she found out I was a cop, she turned me off cold. I tell you one thing, though.
What?
She didn't make her brother George sound like a killer.
No, neither did the waitress.
Anything going on there?
I don't think so. Two lonely people.
So what do we got? A 19-year-old Jekyll and Hyde.
You sure you don't want an apple?
No, thank you. But I would appreciate having these ropes loosen a little. Please. I can't feel my hands. The circulation has stopped.
Yeah, well, it's not gonna be much longer.
Bleeding. George, she's bleeding.
Yeah, well, how about asking her how many people she's made bleed? One way or another.
That help a little?
Yes. Thank you. George, tell me about your Uncle Alvin. How did he hurt Sharon?
I didn't tell her.
He's right, he didn't. It was something you said about people like me allowing a man like that to take care of a little child. Do you remember?
Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. It's never gonna happen again.
Do you think you're raising her properly?
I'm raising her because I love her. Not because anyone's paying me. That's all he cared about, the money the county's giving him.
How do you know that?
Well, you're a judge. You tell me, huh? A 4-year-old girl breaks a pair of glasses. Crummy old pair of glasses. By accident. Is that something you punish her for? Is that something you take her hand and put it on an ironing board and press a hot iron on it? That's your Alvin Sparling. That's what you want her to go back to, right, Judge? Huh?
Last time I seen him, it was 3 years ago this last June, and not a day too long suit me neither.
No phone calls, no letters, nothing?
No, not a peep. Of course, you couldn't expect little Sharon to write, and the boys know that the court said they were no concern of ours. You know, it'll sure be fine getting that little girl back again and give her a good Christian upbringing.
Mr. Sparling, do you think if we found them, they'd listen to you?
You mean talk them out from wherever they are? Well, you don't know George. Let me show you something. That's George. Come at me with a broken bottle, laid me wide open.
Sentence he had for an assault, was that a fight he had with you?
Took 37 stitches to close that. I might have died.
Thank you, Mr. Sparling. I think you told us everything we need to know.
Well, if you need to get in touch with me for anything, I'm sure this young lady knows where I am.
Thank you, Miss Wilson.
I guess we better sign those hospital papers. You know, it's going to be so good to have that little girl back with us again.
Well, you've seen George's psychiatric report. Given to fits of violent rage, I think maybe I understand why.
If you had seen little Sharon's hand, you'd really know why.
You think George attacked him because Sparling did that?
I'll tell you what else I think. I think there's a real criminal.
But we're out of time. How do you want to handle it?
Well, from here on, we take a page out of Millie's book. We work out a way to save those kids.
You're not sending him on an errand like this.
Just do what I told you. There won't be any problems.
You know why he went, George? Because he loves you. You're not only brother, you're father, mother, the whole world to him. You're sure putting his love to an awful test.
Look, they aren't gonna be so fast to jump on him.
I know it's me that's hanging on to you. Okay, give me that talkie. Steve, have you got him?
Right on his tail. You called it right, too. He's heading west. He's in Golden Gate now, turning off towards the Great Highway.
Don't get too close.
No, we're staying back. Mike, he just stopped at the old windmill. Repeat, the old windmill. They must be inside.
Steve, circle away.
I want you to circle away.
Inspectors 8-1 to headquarters.
Go ahead, 8-1.
Request backup units proceed to the windmill, off the Great Highway.
Roger, 8-1.
George! George, she wasn't there! They're waiting for me, George!
I followed you!
No, I checked. There weren't any cars.
Listen. It's a chopper. They followed you in a chopper!
George, I'm sorry, George.
It's not your fault. It's innocent, you.
You shouldn't have done a lot of things, George. I think I can understand now, and maybe I can help.
You shut up. You don't know anything. I told them what had happened if I didn't get Sharon back. I guess they just don't care about you, lady.
They care. But they care about Sharon, too.
Yeah, well, she's not their concern.
Yes, she is. That's the point, George. Can't you see that?
All I see is lies. Lies and tricks. They made us a deal.
No, they didn't. They couldn't. We can't trade in human lives. That's not the way the law works.
The law? Whose law? Yours? Alan Sparling's? I hate the law.
Give me a bullhorn. All right, now everybody stand fast.
That's the only door out, and I want those kids to walk out, not be carried out.
Mike, the kid's up on 2 charges already, murder and kidnapping. You can't talk him out of there.
Harlan, with Millie in there, odds are that I'm not the only one doing the talking. Between the 2 of us, we might get through.
George! George Morgan, can you hear me?
George, that's a friend of mine. His name is Mike Stone.
It's the one I talked to on the phone. And he crossed us.
This is Lieutenant Stone, George.
George!
Mike, for God's sake, you have to get some men in there.
Steve.
Yeah, Mike.
Buzz the backside. Get his attention away from the door.
Gotcha.
George, that gun can't help you, but I can. Give yourself up, and I'll make sure that Sharon never goes back to the Sparlings. George, please listen to her. Just talk. No, it's not talk. It's my word. George, you'll have to serve time, but it won't be forever. And I'll make sure that Jack and Sharon stay together.
You gotta trust somebody someday, George. And you couldn't have picked a better person. Come on, George. Drop it on the box. Drop it, George. You okay, Millie?
I'm fine.
How's Sharon?
She's waiting to see you. I'm sure glad she's gonna get the chance.
Oh, darling. Harlan.
I know. Cancel the Orient.
Excuse me, this isn't for me.
Thank you.
You know, I just get you back, and I'm going to lose you again.
I promised the children I'd see them through this, and I promised myself I'd see that Sparling character brought up on charges.
What about the promise you made to me once about taking some time off?
Just as soon as I see the children through this.
Just these children.
Harlan, you know, I think I know just the people. The Teverleys. Remember them? They're going to Alaska. They're such good people. They've been trying to adopt for years. They almost gave up. And I think that if I pull just the right strings, I can swing this so that Jack and Sharon can be with them.
It's amazing what a little time in a windmill can do for you, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, but she's been fighting them all her life.